consent.
Okay, all right. So, all right, here's my question. Would you prefer... Let's say shut up. Okay. What I'd like to know is, okay, if you were on a job interview, would you prefer to be the one who's hiring or the applicant who's submitting your resume?
I prefer to be the one who is hiring. You're asking me if I'd be the one who would like put in an application for a job?
Yeah.
That's a no. I would never.
So you'd rather be the decider, right?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Okay. So I think most people would. Do you think there's any comparison? It's a fair comparison to make when a guy approaches a woman to ask her out on a date.
I feel like in a way it is sort of like a comparison. However, the only difference is those women aren't like, hey, are you going to date me? And they're not deciding. They just, they're kind of like looking for their employees, I guess. And if they bite onto it, then yeah.
Okay. But, I mean, can you see how maybe, being the decider is kind of a privileged position to be in?
It definitely is.
Okay. Is this about relationships? Yes, it's all about relationships. Okay. Second question is, who has more rules in dating? Do you think men or women?
I feel like women have way more rules in dating because with all the double standards that are in the world today, men get the fucking a long end of the stick.
Women don't even reach half of the requirements.
Women deserve power. I'm not a feminist or anything, but we deserve things too.
Okay, but here's so here's the thing. If women have most of the power, like to make the rules in the relationship, and they have the power to decide if a relationship's going to happen, don't they already have more power in relationships?
All right. You got me there. We have more power.
Okay, so here's my thing, right? If women
Pussy is power.
Okay, so okay, first off, this is kind of a weird question. Why do so many women think they have the golden pussy if every woman has one?
Okay, and that's a crazy thing. It's because that's how much men love pussy. It's crazy. People pay for it. They'll do backflips for it and the most. And it's on a pedestal. You guys put it on a pedestal. If you guys didn't realize that all of it is just the same but just a different head on it, then maybe you'd understand that it's really nothing that big.
Do you think that men put the pussy on a pedestal, or do you think women do?
Definitely men.
Definitely men. Okay.
Yes.
Who are the ones spending all the money in the nightclubs, men or women?
Men,
So men obviously are putting the pussy on a pedestal because
of course.
Let's see. Do you?
I'm an ex-stripper.
Oh, okay.
Only because I got fired, but
Okay. No, this is great. Okay. All right. If there was one thing you wish men understood better about women, what would that be?
I wish they would understand that yes, we're willing to give you certain things, but at the same time, just because we let you have control of us, that's not full control. We're humans and we have emotions at the end of the day. Please don't hurt us. Don't be so rough. Don't stick your dry ass fingers in my fucking pussy and you didn't even cut your fingernails.
I agree with that.
What do you think?
I just
though?
want to say all the girls in Vegas are stuck up.
Oh man, wow.
It's because you're not
Why
paying.
I gotta pay? Why can't
I'm sorry that she even said, but I feel like men try to push women over all the time. We're not pushovers. Bitch, I'm in the interview now. So,
I want your opinion.
Okay.
Just preach.
okay. So, because they feel like they can push us over because we let you guys have all the power. Okay, I agree with the women shouldn't have power because we have too many emotions. But men do have all the power, and they feel like they can push us over just because we don't have a penis and balls hanging in between our legs.
Okay. So what I'd like to know is, do you think men and women can be just friends?
Yeah, I feel like you can just be just friends.
Okay, but if you asked your best straight single male friend if he'd hook up with you, what would he say?
He would say yes. But then that's where boundaries come in. I mean, it's all about respecting yourself.
Right, but who tends to set the boundaries in the relationship?
Women.
The women.
Yeah.
So once again,
I got you.
So
We'll see you.
We're both friends, so I'm with her. You got her. Yeah.
So if women tend to, we just established that women tend to set the boundaries in the relationship.
Correct.
And women decide if a relationship is going to happen, and women set the rules of the relationship. So what kind of power do women not have in relationships that they want?
I will say this.
Honestly, They feel like they don't have freedom of speech and they don't have this and that, but you give the men all the power, so of course they're gonna take it all
Girl,
away.
like we're like the homemakers and stuff, and the fact that men are usually and most of the times the breadwinners in a relationship. I'm not sure about how it is now because it's the 21st century, but I feel like because men are, you know, stereotypically the breadwinners, women just automatically just give that up to them because it's just like stereotype, and it's like what's been going on since forever.
There's definitely bias. Can I ask you one more question? Because I know you guys probably have stuff to do. Okay, so this one was an interesting topic. Do you think that most women would prefer a man who's a stay-at-home dad, or prefer a man who's a breadwinner, or who has a career?
I feel like most of them would prefer a man who has a career.
Okay, so my
Nah,
question.
I feel like it's different. Like every woman has their different feels. Cause then
That's true.
There's women that want
But-
their dads.
There are women who's to say that you both can't be breadwinners at the same time
Well, here's-
with children.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? There's a lot of women who complain there aren't enough female CEOs, and all I'm saying is that if a woman is going to dedicate all the time to make that kind of money, doesn't someone have to stay at home and be the caretaker of the household? So shouldn't more women be open to the idea of a stay-at-home dad?
Then definitely.
Right. So all
But
I'm
then
saying
they'll
is,
talk shit and say that he's not doing what he's supposed to.
She's
but
a fucking
they agreed
CEO.
But they
Right.
agreed to
Only
it.
the only people who are gonna talk shit are her fucking neighbors and everybody in
no,
PTA
the
meetings.
husband's gonna get sick and tired of it. He's gonna feel like he's not doing nothing because all he does is take care of the kids.
He would only feel that
to
way.
stroke a man's ego, they need to be able to be the breadwinner.
He will only feel that way if the wife physically and mentally and emotionally puts him down and makes him feel like, oh, you're not shit. Oh, you just sit here and watch kids and wash clothes all day. At the end of the day, if she can appreciate him for watching the kids, because that's something that she does not
There's
do.
nothing manly in watching kids. So
I mean, but
feel
that's
like
a full-time
but
job.
I feel like any man
Whether
that's
you're a
a
woman,
stay-at-home
whether
dad
you're a
should
woman
feel
or a
that
man,
way.
that's a full-time job. And
But
if
a
your
man
wife,
doesn't see it from the woman's point of view, you feel me? So that's why they're always gonna feel how they feel.
I mean,
Like, it's
I
not
guess
just
it,
gonna
but
be
not
equal.
every man is fucking like some. There's such thing as compromise in this world.
I feel like if a dude is a stay-at-home dad, he's gay.
Are you?
hey, everyone's allowed to have their opinions. It's okay, you know.
Because a real man isn't
I
gonna
don't-
want to stay at home and watch his kids.
What is? Define a real man. What is a real man?
A real man.
What the fuck is a real man?
A real man is
Because
a guy
every man
who
is
different.
different.
Who's loyal, who
So a
is
loyal man can't be a
hardworking.
stay-at-home dad.
No, he's not gonna respect. He's not gonna like that. Like literally, a man
But
needs
what
to
if
be
he
out
can
there
like
providing
that?
for his family. A real man is a man that wants to provide for his family and go 10 times harder
And he's
just because he
providing
has
for
a
his family with
no. Any like literally, like I feel like a man will feel like he's not doing enough. Like he will feel like shit because his wife is going out making all the money every night.
I don't believe that because I feel like if it's a healthy relationship, and let me talk. I feel like if it's a healthy relationship and the boundaries have been set and they understand what's going on, then the man can be happy with staying at home. The man can fuck around and get a stay-at-home job and put money on the side. Just because you're watching your kids at home doesn't mean you don't bring income into the house. So because the female makes more money and she's considered the breadwinner because that's what it is, if whoever's making more money in the household is a breadwinner, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's watching the kids.
Do you think that people are only as loyal as their options?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think that the one who loves the other one less has the control?
In a way,
Do you think?
yes.
Okay. Why do you think if people get married, why do you think there are some people who let themselves go after they get married?
They get too comfortable.
Way too comfortable.
Way too comfortable.
Okay. Do you think that being comfortable in a relationship is a bad thing?
Sometimes.
It makes people lazy?
Yes.
Yes.
So-
Because there has to be some sort of excitement.
Okay. Do you think it's true that women tend to lust after bad boys but want to settle down with nice guys?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's just the excitement.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the bad boy.
So how do bad boys typically treat women?
Like shit.
Bad. Terrible.
So if bad boys treat women badly, what is the attraction there?
The attraction is the facade. But at the end of the day, we know that they have absolutely nothing to offer. But it's like offer. But it's like exhilarating because it's just like, we know he's not shit and we're
It's
fucking
kinda
with
like
him.
robbing a bank and getting away with it.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are very interesting. Okay. Let's see. Man, I'm trying to think of some of the questions
Exactly.
I have off the top of my head because I have to like check my list, man. I got some really good ones in here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have more girlfriends or guy friends?
Guy
We're
friends.
actually our only friends.
This is my only girlfriend, but
Wow.
I can say I have more guy friends than girlfriends because girlfriends are fake. And they tend to hate a lot. They don't want to see each other winning. Men, they like to see other men win, but women
Yeah.
don't.
Here's an interesting one. Why is it that if, like, as a guy, if I go out and approach a group of women and maybe start talking to one of them, there's a good chance her girlfriend's gonna come and rescue her?
Because they're hating and they feel like they should have been the one that you should have went and talked to them first instead of the friend.
I don't think all the time it's
it's very-
hating.
it's
I feel
very
like some
catty.
of the time it could be a little bit like rescuing, like, oh, don't talk to him. He's not your type, bitch. You're drunk. But like, 'cause if
But
your
at the
friend
end of the
really
day,
does that,
it shouldn't matter. 'Cause I don't
yeah,
let you
it
do
shouldn't
that.
matter. It
'Cause
shouldn't
I
matter.
let you talk to whoever you want to talk to. You
That's
know,
true.
I just let them get. Like if they do something I don't like, I'll speak my opinion. I
Yeah.
judge. But at the end of the day, if you want to talk to him,
Honestly,
you're gonna talk to him.
I've never had the experience of rescuing somebody
Yeah.
who's been talking to
Because
a
if
man.
you're
Because if
talking
you
to
want to
them,
talk to him,
you're
obviously you're
talking to them.
interested.
And if
so
they're
she's
rescuing
probably
you, it's
right.
hating.
They're fake.
I've noticed the opposite is true. If it's a group of guys and he talks to a woman, a lot of guys will be like, dude, go talk to her. She's cute.
Yeah.
So it's just like, are women more
That's so
discouraging?
weird.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
never noticed that. Okay.
Here's a different one. I know, guys are douchebags, whatever. All right, here's a question for you. Here's an interesting double standard. Why is it considered a woman's preference to reject a guy based on his height, but it's considered shallow if a man rejects a woman based on her weight?
And you know what? Honestly, I've never necessarily understood that because I don't really
I
I don't
can't
mind
understand
too
that
much height.
because you remember Josh? He was so fucking short, and I could never ever see myself. It's because me, honestly, I feel like a man should be taller than me. I just feel like that's just.
Honestly, I just want somebody who's able to fight for me. I don't care about your
I feel like
height.
if you're little, you can't fight for me.
What's the difference between protecting your woman and being over possessive?
Okay, so protecting your woman is if, you know, if something were to go off, anything, you know, you're there to stand up for him. But being overprotective, yeah, ho.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you
Ho?
Go. No,
okay.
just finish.
But anyway, I'm sorry. But if I feel like a man being overprotective is like, you know, to the point of almost obsessive. You can't go outside. You can't wear this. Who the fuck are you going out with?
You're
With
not
that
my
bitch?
father.
Like, yeah, acting like a dad. At the end of the day, we're
Because
both
at the end of
adults.
the day, a woman is going to respect that they have a man, so they know the boundaries that they can and can't cross unless they don't have respect for you. But if they have respect for you, they know what they should and shouldn't do.
Okay.
So you shouldn't have to say.
Do you think it's harder to satisfy a man or a woman sexually?
A woman.
A woman. Okay. So why they say that 70% or more of women don't climax from intercourse? Why do you think that so many women would rather fake an orgasm instead of teaching their man how to give them a real one?
Because
I
some
don't
men
know.
don't want to learn. Because I have a problem with that. Men don't like to learn, and men do not like to
I'm
take
personally-
women's pointers in bed.
Me
when
personally,
that's
women,
their girl.
if something isn't feeling right, just be like, oh, do it this way. Just stop, bitch. Just stop.
Yeah, you-
and like, because
you
it doesn't
just-
feel right.
It's gonna turn the man off. He's gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but you do know what
Exactly.
you're doing. You're just not doing it right for the way.
And the
I
man,
like
he's
it.
gonna want to turn it on, so he's gonna adapt to whatever the hell you say. So just stop if it doesn't feel right.
Would you prefer a guy who has too little experience in bed or too much experience in the bedroom?
Too
I have too
little.
little, because I can teach you something.
Interesting. Okay. I like that. What else? Let's see.
This is our last question.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything about in your experience? Okay. All right. It's kind of a two-part.
Okay.
What were you told? What were you often
TMZ.
told?
Shouts out TMZ.
Mind your business.
What were some?
Y'all want to jump in?
What were some of the things you were told about men while growing up, and then what was the most surprising thing that you learned about men in your experience dealing with them?
Okay, when my mom, she caught me watching porn, like on the history. So she told me that sex was always painful and it hurts and it feels like you're
My
getting
mom told
stabbed
me
in
that
your
too.
vagina.
Wow.
Okay?
That was a lie.
And it's a lie. That's a fucking lie. And you shouldn't say that to your
I
children.
mean, the only reason
because they're
it
gonna want to
hurts-
go and see.
Yeah, that's it. Honestly, that's
Don't
the only
lie.
thing I heard. Oh, and I heard that men are liars, but not all of them
Yeah.
are liars. That shocked me.
But that's probably like the
'Cause
main
I've
thing.
met one person that wasn't a liar.
Mhm.
Maybe two.
And what was? And the last part was, is there anything in your experience dealing with men that came as a surprise to you?
Okay. How hurt they come into a relationship, because you wouldn't expect a man to be hurt, but they really, where they're their feelings on their shoulders or
Yeah.
heart on their sleeves.
They can be
however you
really
wanna
fucking
say it.
hurt sometimes.
And
What
they take it out
surprises-
on the new girl.
What surprises me is like
was even
the
talking
fact
to
that they don't sometimes they don't understand when a woman says something, they mean it a lot of the time. So it really surprised me to have somebody do something like the exact opposite of what I said. That surprised me.
And just in relation, just following up on that one point about men's emotions, why do you think that there are some women who will find expressions of male emotion to be unattractive?
Just
'Cause
because they
they're-
feel like they need to hide it and they shouldn't show it. But in reality, if they did show it, it would make our lives easier.
Yeah.
So do you think there's kind of a mixed message between women wanting a man to be strong and powerful, yet also open and vulnerable?
Yeah.
So I mean,
You-
just how do you make sense of that?
You have to be the perfect niche, I feel like. Show your emotions, but don't be too much of a bitch. Like, because that's what we do.
Just
We show our
communicate.
emotions, but I mean a lot. But if we
Yeah.
did it any more than we did, you'd really fucking hate us.
It's just like
And that's
being
what you
a
do.
cancer. Cancers just tell their emotions all the time. They
Sorry.
tell their emotions all the time. If every man could be like a cancer, it would be okay. Just not too much emotional, but just like a cancer. Just talk about it.
Just
and get through
tell us
it.
what you want.
Exactly, because we don't know how to read minds.
Nobody's a mind reader.
And I'll cut it there.